Obama hasn't been president in over 3 years, but his landmark signature healthcare law is still on the books. Thankfully, this could change soon. Stay tuned. I'm Robin Kinderman, and you're watching JBS Straight Talk. The Department of Justice is now backing an effort to fully repeal the Affordable Care Act, better known as Obamacare. On Monday, attorneys for the Justice Department filed a letter with the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit in New Orleans, stating, "The Department of Justice has determined that the district court's judgment should be affirmed." What does this mean? Remember that back in December, U.S. District Judge Reed O'Connor ruled the entire Obamacare law unconstitutional. So by affirming that decision, we would be one step closer to the court scrapping that entire government-run healthcare scheme. In 2012, in National Federation of Independent Business versus Sebelius, the Supreme Court upheld Obamacare in a 5-4 ruling by defining Obamacare as a tax rather than a mandate. Under Obamacare, individuals who refuse to get healthcare insurance would be taxed as a penalty. However, with Trump's 2017 tax reform, those penalties were removed, thus opening the door for the courts to finally strike down Obamacare as unconstitutional. But taxes aside, Obamacare remains fundamentally unconstitutional at its core. Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution lists the powers enumerated to Congress, and passing healthcare legislation is not one of them. Therefore, it falls under the power of the states and the people. As the 10th Amendment reads, "The powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states, are reserved to the states respectively or to the people." Healthcare is just one of the many reasons the 10th Amendment is needed. Do you think any of our founders would have said it was precisely the government's function to be concerned about the health of the workers? No. But Vladimir Lenin did. Lenin knew government-run healthcare was a key tenet of the socialist state in the Soviet Union. Article 42 of the 1977 Soviet Constitution stated, "Citizens of the USSR have the right to health protection. This right is ensured by free, qualified medical care provided by state health institutions." How free do you really think it is? Government-run healthcare or socialized medicine is a main ingredient for the establishment of socialism in any given society. Why? Because it's a huge part of our lives. Consider major hospital visits, not to mention the everyday little things. When the government gains control of healthcare, it decides who your doctor will be, what clinic you will go to, and how much it will cost. Your well-being is suddenly in the hands of the bureaucrats. And for those on medication daily, your health and finances are at the mercy of the federal government. Tell me, does this say liberty to you? The federal government has no place in healthcare. Healthcare was intended to be used with a free market approach in which competition creates better service and lower prices. Understanding the differences between a republic and socialism is essential when discussing topics such as healthcare. If we forget or don't know our Constitution, then socialistic ideologies like free healthcare for all will creep in and destroy our liberties from within. If you haven't already, we encourage you to read and study both the Constitution and the Communist Manifesto, so you can both understand our form of government and also know our enemy. Make no mistake about it, Obamacare is not only unconstitutional as Judge O'Connor ruled, it's also a crucial step toward building socialism in America. So until next time, take care and God bless.